You feel it in the silence, that hum of discontent, that quiet, knowing fraudulence. You open your phone, a universe of other people, living lives you think you want. So you copy, you mimic, you borrow their personality. You try on their opinions like a cheap suit. You use their slang, you chase their goals. You become a curated collection of other souls, a walking, talking algorithm, a human template, a ghost in the machine of your own life. Your voice is not your voice. It's an echo of a podcast you heard. Your dreams are not your dreams. They are screenshots from someone's feed. Your ambition is a reflection of a reflection, a faded copy of someone else's fire. You scroll for hours, looking for the next piece of yourself to steal, trying to assemble a person from the spare parts of everyone else. And you wonder why you feel empty. You wonder why there's no substance. You wonder why you don't respect the person in the mirror. It's because that person isn't real. It's a collage, a mosaic of mimicry. And deep down, your soul knows it's a lie. That ache in your chest isn't sadness. It's your authenticity suffocating. It's your real self banging on the walls of its cage, begging to be let out, begging to breathe. You tell yourself it's too late. You tell yourself your life is over, that the train has left the station, that the best chapters have already been written by other people, for other people. You've accepted a life of quiet desperation, a role as a background character in your own story. You're waiting for the credits to roll on a movie you never even wanted to star in. This is not living. This is a slow-motion suicide of the spirit.
What happens if this continues? Another 5 years of being an echo? Another 10 years of being a carbon copy? You'll wake up at 50, or 60, or 70 with a house full of things you don't care about, a mind full of opinions you never earned, and a heart full of the most toxic poison known to humanity. Regret. The regret of the unlived life. The life that was yours and yours alone. The one you traded for safety, for acceptance, for a few pathetic likes. The ultimate tragedy is not failure. The ultimate tragedy is dying as a copy when you were born an original. Think about it right now, with brutal honesty. If you die this very moment, what dies with you? What book never gets written? What business never gets built? What song never gets sung? What truth never gets told? What love never gets expressed? What version of you, the real you, dies having never seen the light of day? An entire universe of potential, of ideas, of passion, of fire, turning to dust because you were too busy trying to be someone else. That is the real hell. A graveyard filled with your own untapped greatness, and you are its sole occupant. That is the price of mimicry, an unmarked grave in the cemetery of potential. But this is not a eulogy. This is an alarm. This is the moment the record scratches, the moment the simulation glitches. The pain you feel is not your enemy, it's your ally. It's a signal flare from your soul, screaming that the path you are on leads to oblivion. And right here, in this suffocating darkness, is where the choice is made. You can stay in the coffin of comfort, or you can claw your way out. Your life is not over. That is a lie you tell yourself to stay comfortable. The best is yet to come, not as a promise, but as a command, a declaration of war on the person you used to be. The first step is a death, a funeral. To get there, to that future you crave, you have to leave your old self here. The copycat, the mimic, the echo. That version of you has to die today, right now. You have to mourn it, thank it for keeping you safe, and then bury it. It served its purpose. It protected you from rejection. It protected you from failure. But it also protected you from life, from greatness, from your own damn soul. The resurrection of your true self requires the sacrifice of your fake one. There is no other way. Now you are at zero. You are at the starting line, alone, with no one to copy, no template to follow. And you think, I have nothing? You're wrong. Start where you are, with what you have. The breath in your lungs, the fire in your gut, the frustration, the anger, the hunger. That is your fuel. What you have is plenty enough, because you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need more information. You don't need anyone's permission. You need one thing, a made-up mind. A mind that has decided, this is who I am becoming, period. A made-up mind is a superpower. It cuts through noise, it incinerates doubt, it bends reality to its will over time. You have to act like you have no limits, not as a delusion, as a strategy. Your mind is a loyal servant. It will achieve whatever you task it with. If you give it the limit of mimicry, it will master it. If you give it the limit of your past failures, it will honor it. But if you give it the command of no limits, it will begin to search for that evidence. It will begin to solve for that reality. This is not about faking it. It's about commanding your subconscious to find a new way. You were not born with average aspirations. Stop acting like it.
You think you need more talent. You think you need to be a genius. You're wrong. With average skill and phenomenal will, nothing is impossible. Your will is the great equalizer. Your will to get up when you're beaten. Your will to do the work when no one is watching. Your will to study when others are sleeping. Your will to bleed for your dream. That is the X factor. That is the thing that cannot be taught. It can only be summoned from the depths of your desire, from the core of your being. Your will is your greatest weapon. Sharpen it. So you have the will. Now what? You need the dream. Your dream. Not your parents' dream for you, not your friend's dream for you, not the dream you saw on a screen. Your own. The one that terrifies you, the one that excites you, the one that feels like home. Find it, and then commit. Commit yourself completely. The how will come. Clarity does not come from thinking. Clarity comes from engagement, from action, from taking the first messy, imperfect step, then the next. The path reveals itself to those who are walking, not to those who are waiting. Once you have the dream, you must protect it. You must become its guardian. This means you have to build a fortress around it, and that starts with your circle. Cut off the people who are not on the same mission. This is not about being cruel. This is about survival, the survival of your dream. Energy is contagious. Doubt is contagious. Apathy is contagious. You cannot afford the infection. Your circle should be a source of fuel, not an anchor. If they are not pushing you, they are pulling you down. There is no neutral ground. Make the hard cuts. Your future self will thank you.
Now you must get possessed. This is not a job. This is not a hobby. This is an obsession, a divine madness. You have to eat the dream. You have to sleep the dream. You have to dream the dream. Every waking moment is a calculation. Does this move me closer to my dream or further away? That's the only question that matters. Be possessed with the dream. Let it consume you. Let it be the first thing you think of in the morning and the last thing you think of at night.
It is the organizing principle of your entire existence. This possession gives you a new set of eyes, a new way of seeing the world. You must see it when it's invisible to everyone else. You have to see the empire when you're laying the first brick. You have to see the marathon finish line on your first painful step. You must feel it when it's not tangible. You have to feel the pride of accomplishment in the midst of brutal failure. You have to feel the applause of the crowd in an empty room. And most of all, you must believe it when you cannot see it. Belief is not a passive hope. It's an active, violent commitment to a future reality. It's a declaration, a statement of fact that has not yet materialized. This is faith. Not in a deity, but in your own damn will to make it so. Understand this: the bigger the dream, the harder the grind. There is a universal tax on ambition, and it is paid in sweat, in sacrifice, in pain. You want $1 million dream? You have to put in $1 billion of effort. You are not alone in your ambition. 1,000 others want what you want. Maybe 10,000. They are just as hungry, just as talented. So now what? What separates you? Your willingness to outwork them. Your willingness to endure more pain. Your willingness to get up one more time than they do. It's a war of attrition. You win by being the last one standing.
And the biggest enemy in this war? It's not the competition. It's not the economy. It's not your circumstances. It's a single 4-letter word: fear. Fear kills more dreams than failure ever will. Fear of judgment, fear of looking stupid, fear of losing it all, fear of success. Fear is the assassin of potential, and you are letting it live in your head rent-free. Ask yourself a question. What is the benefit of allowing fear to hold you back? What do you get out of it? A little temporary comfort? A little safety? And what does it cost you? Everything. It costs you your entire dream. Your hunger for the dream must be greater than your fear. It must be a ravenous, insatiable beast that devours fear for breakfast. Every time fear whispers, "What if you fail?" your hunger must roar back, "What if I fly?" Every time fear says, "You're not ready," your scream must say, "Then I will get ready on the way." You don't overcome fear, you starve it by feeding your hunger, by taking action in its presence. You act despite the fear, and in doing so, you teach it that it has no power. It can ride in the car, but it does not get to touch the steering wheel. You're waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for things to be just right, waiting for the stars to align. Guess what? The situation will never be ideal. There will always be a problem, an obstacle, an excuse. Don't wait around for things to be just right. The perfect time to start was yesterday. The next best time is now, right now. With all your imperfections, with all your doubts, with your messy, incomplete plan, start. A shark never stops moving or it dies. You are a shark. Your dream is the open water. Start moving or your dream dies.
This is not about surviving. Are you living a life of survival? Just getting through the day? Just paying the bills? Just making it to Friday? Survival is for animals. You are here to thrive, to create, to build, to become. And that requires one thing above all else: purpose. Without purpose, you walk through life aimlessly, a ship without a rudder, drifting with the current of other people's expectations. Your purpose is your North Star. It is your why. It is the reason you get up from the knockdown. It is the source of your resilience. There is no pain, bigger than your purpose. When your why is powerful enough, you can bear any how. You have to become immune to the pain, not by avoiding it, but by embracing it, by understanding that the pain is part of the process. The pain is the price. The pain is the proof that you are growing. Be immune to the pain attached to your purpose. Let it wash over you. Let the soreness in your muscles be a trophy. Let the rejection letters be fuel. Let the exhaustion be a badge of honor. The pain is temporary. It is the signal of transformation. The old you is dying. The new you is being born. And birth is a painful, bloody process. Embrace it. You must become the master of your own mind, the CEO of you. You are in charge of every department: marketing, how you present yourself, product development, your skills, finance, your resources, and most importantly, human resources, which is you. You have to manage your own morale. You have to consciously monitor your inner conversation, that voice in your head. Is it a coach or is it a critic? Is it a drill sergeant or is it a saboteur? You have the power to fire the critic and hire the coach. Learn to be your own booster, your own hype man, your own staunchest ally. Because there will be days when you are the only one who believes, and that has to be enough. This is your life. It is the direct result of the person you have become. Look around. Are you satisfied with what you have produced? With the habits, the relationships, the results? Do you believe you deserve better than this? If the answer is yes, then a change is not optional. It's a requirement, a mandate from your own soul. Rise away from the excuses. They are sedatives for the ambitious. They keep you small and safe and regretful. Your greatest leap in life will come from a combination of two things: being completely fed up with your current state and being completely ready to commit to a new one. That intersection is where transformation happens. Here are your orders, starting today. First, the deathbed audit. Take out a piece of paper. Write down everything that will die with you if you die tonight. Every idea, every dream, every unexpressed word. Look at that list. That is the cost of your inaction. Let it scare you. Let it piss you off. Second, the circle audit. Write down the 5 people you give the most time to. Next to each name, write a plus or a minus. Are they fuel or are they friction? Be brutally honest. Make the necessary cuts. Your dream depends on it. Third, the first step mandate. Pick one dream from your first list, the one that scares you the most. Now identify the single smallest, most pathetic action you can take towards it. Not research, action. Sending one email, writing one sentence, doing one push-up. Schedule it in your calendar for tomorrow morning and do it before you do anything else. Commitment before clarity. Fourth, the possession ritual. Find 30 minutes in your day. That's it, 30. That is your sacred time. No phone, no people, no excuses. For those 30 minutes, you will do one thing and one thing only. Work on your dream. This is non-negotiable. It's like breathing. You just do it. This is how you prove to yourself that you are serious. This is how you build momentum.
These are not suggestions. These are commands for the new CEO of your life. You. My old self is buried today. I was born an original. I will die an original. My will is my weapon. I am possessed by my purpose. The how will reveal itself. My hunger is greater than my fear. I am the CEO. I am responsible. My purpose is bigger than any pain.
The choice is simple: the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. One is temporary, the other is eternal. One builds you, the other breaks you. The old you is screaming for you to stay put, to stay safe, to stay a copy. Your future is begging you to leap, to become, to live. Let the old you die, so the real you can finally live. It's time. Go hunt.